So tell me, what is it like when you're feeling that feeling?
Well, it's like, I can't explain myself. It's like a gate opens to my life, and it's like my spirit is somewhere else that I don't know where it was. Like my body was just sitting right here, and my spirit was outside wondering. And what I truly think in my heart is that our spirits don't really think. They communicate in a powerful source of the mind. They communicate by signal, by movement of their own, and I haven't found that signal out yet. And I know that someday I will find out how our true spirits communicate. That is what I'm always wondering in my life, is when we die, it's just like a resource. Everything on the earth dies. It's like when you throw a plastic bottle away, they recycle it. So they make it into something else, just like we'll be something else. You know, for my next life, I want to be a bird so that I can fly. I don't really think that animals think. They're just there. They're very present. And our true spirits, we never die. It's just us. We're going to be the freest that we can be when we die. Everybody dies, and heaven is going to be like here. You know, right now, we are in a heaven. Right now, we are in a type of heaven, and it's beautiful. But when I die, I'm going to be in another heaven where I don't communicate. I'm going to communicate the powerful sources of my mind, and I'm going to communicate by love. So when I have that strange little feeling in me, it's like I don't know anything. It's like I'm not thinking. I'm just free to be me. I feel like I could be me. I'm the boss of myself. I could do anything. I could fly. And if I'm just really connected, if I used 100% of my life connecting, I could probably do anything. You know, nothing in the world is impossible. Nothing in the world is impossible. An elephant could be walking on 2 feet. Everything that people think is impossible isn't real. Everything can be possible. That's what we all need to be now thinking. Everything that we think that we cannot do is possible. So,
And how do we make it possible?
by the mind. I mean, we can work together to make everything possible. I mean, everything is possible by magic. A lot of people don't think that magic is real. I mean, I think magic is real. And when I had that feeling, it's like a gate opens to my real, true life. It's amazing.
What is that feeling?
I can't explain to you guys how that feeling feels completely. It's like I have the feeling just randomly sometimes. I can even make the feeling sometimes.
How do you make the feeling?
I make the feeling by just being very quiet with myself. I stare at the window and you have to do a little bit of thinking before you have that feeling. But when I have that feeling, I mean, I can't think. I'm just somewhere else that I don't know. And again, I mean, I don't know how spirits communicate. It's probably very beautiful the way that they communicate.
What's the little thinking you do before you have that
Little
feeling?
thinking I do, it's like, I just say a couple of things like, I'm a spirit. Our bodies are just costumes. My eyes are for me to see. My nose are for me to breathe. My mouth is for me to speak. My ears are for listening. My hands are for touching. My feet are for walking. And my body is for dancing, doing gymnastics, all of the things that I truly love. But when I'm a spirit, I'm going to like to do other things that I've always wanted to do. Like, I've always wanted to fly. And, my mom tells me that even though I don't have wings, I can still fly at a time of my life, even being a human. If I just think hard enough and connect well enough, I would be able to fly. I would be able to fly without a jetpack, without a plane, with no wings. I would just fly with my mind. My mind would be in a flying possession, and I could just do anything. I could be free.
Do you ever have a hard time being here?
Being here. Sometimes I wish I was a little freer, but sometimes I think to myself, I'm already so free. I have an awesome life. I have a lot of friends. I have awesome parents. I have a really cute little brother, and he's very nice. I love my life already, but then when it comes to dying, I'm not really going to die. It's just, I'm going to live a lot of other lives. And I can be anything I want. I could be a bird. I could be a fish. I could be a butterfly. I could be an ant. I could be a flower. I could be a tree. I could be a leaf. I could be a petal. I could be anything. I could be a little puppy dog. I could be an animal. I could be anything, and that would be awesome. I've always wondered how it would be to fly, how it would be to walk at a very short little distance. Like my puppy right here. He doesn't think. He's just him. Really no animals think. They're very present all the time. That feeling is just so amazing. I wish I could tell you guys how it really feels.
What about God? What's God to
God
you?
to me?
Mm-hmm.
What's God to me? Let's see. God is everything. God is a spirit. And I think that when we are spirits, we will be, a lot of people think that they can't see God, but right now, we're all looking at God. Because, my house is God. I'm God. My little puppy's a dog. My little puppy's God. The tree is God. My pool is God. Everything is God. God is not invisible. So everything that we can see, like the computer, a chalkboard, some paper, everything is God. Animals, ants, everything. So when you think that you cannot see God, look at what you're looking at right now. Look at the person who is speaking to you. Listen. You are God. You can see yourself. You can see your house. You can see a pen. You can see your friends. So everything that you see, you can see God. God is another spirit. He's not really a person. He's not a boy. He's not a girl. He's just everything. And, a lot of people think of different names for God. A lot of people call God, I can't tell you guys all the names that people call God because, I don't know them all. I call God, of course, God. I call him that. And, when I say the word tree, that's God. When I say the word dog, that's another explanation of God. When I say Penelope, that's God. Everything that I say is a name for God because everything is God. I love my life. I can't tell you guys how that feeling is. There's so many beautiful things out there that everybody needs to just connect 100% in their life, and they would be able to do anything. And even if you don't connect 100% of your life, if you just think hard enough and if you believe in yourself that you can do it, it's possible.
I have a hard question.
Mm-hmm.
What about people who others call bad people or mean people or bad things that happen in the world?
Well,
how do you explain that?
I would explain that that's something that they would have to do in their life. Even bad people are God. God can forgive everybody. Like somebody could cut down 1,000 trees and God would still love them. God isn't really a who. He can be a who. He is a who. He's everything. So since he's everything, he is a who. He's a girl and a boy. So he even loves bad people, but who are bad people? Bad people would have to do something in their life to make them bad. Everybody was born, they were born a star. They were born awesome. Everybody is awesome. I can't compare anybody. But a bad person, I don't know. Nobody knows how they could be bad, but even though they're bad, God still loves them.
Gotcha. I love you.